Hello and welcome to another edition of Military Kit Reviews. We're out in the woods again today. We're going to be having a look at webbing. Let's get into it then. So these are the two items we're going to be looking at today. Got one in DPM for you and then one in MTP. As you can see, they both blend in fairly well with all these dead leaves on the ground. First of all, we're going to have a look at the DPM webbing. Okay, so the first set, the DPM, this is the British Army PLCE, Personal Load Carrying Equipment webbing. First came into service in around the late 80s. It was made in three different colours: OD green, DPM as you see here, and then MTP towards the end. So starting with the yoke then. This yoke here is the side pouch yoke. With PLC webbing there was two issued yokes, the main yoke and the side pouch yoke that you see here. The reason why I only use the side pouch yoke is because it's the most versatile for me. You can notice that there are nexus buckles there on this, and that's so you can fit on the side pouches from the Bergen, and that's really handy. In fact, you can also attach a camelback water hydration bladder. It's quite a comfortable yoke actually, a fair bit of padding. I have no difficulties with it at all, and it can actually be worn with the rocket pack as they call it, the two side pouches on the yoke, as a standalone sort of backpack, which is handy, quite versatile. So let's have a look at the pouches then. So first up then, we've got double ammo pouches. I think these had held 3 L85 or SA80 magazines each. This is one unit, by the way. These two pouches are one, sewn together, one part. They're really handy sized items for things like your binoculars, nav kit. You can put your phone and your car keys or whatever in there too, so they're handy. Next one up then is water bottle pouch. Get the old 58 pattern water bottle in there, and the 58 pattern stainless steel cup as well. The next pouch there, squashed in, is the utility pouch. I call it survival pouch. Got some real basic survival kit in there. A couple of ration packed meals, a hexamine, survival tin, fire kit, and what else is it? Water purification, things like that. The next one then, as you can see on the top, is a medikit, IFAC. Just a simple sort of boo-boo kit in there for me. I think I have got a cat tourniquet, in fact, and just let's see it poking out there, but that's not really necessary for the sort of stuff that I'm doing these days. The next one then, this is a entrenching tool pouch. As you can see, I've got an e-tool in there. That's actually a Finnish Army Fiskars. I think it's better than the British issue. But this pouch here, or carrier, can also be used as a secondary water bottle carrier. Really handy. And then finally, we've got another double ammo pouch. Again, handy for things like binoculars, food from the go, chocolate bar or whatever. And turn it round, we'll have a look at that side. So one thing I just forgot to mention, hidden in behind the two ammo pouches, I've got my MOD jungle survival knife, sort of hidden away handily there. So on this one I've got a Vanguard branded hip belt, just a bit of padding. In the early days PLCE webbing, back in Gulf War 91, it was quite common to see the lads cutting up some of their foam roll mat I'm sort of attaching that on there as a makeshift pad, but there was an issue. Hippo pad, it was quite a bit more shapely than this one. I think this one was like a private purchase, but it's really comfortable, pretty good. So that's the PLCE webbing. Oh yeah, and it closes up with, can't do it one-handed, but it closes up there with a big buckle on the front. And I really like these buckles because you can operate them one-handed with a glove on. I've had some webbing with a roll pin, and although really secure, you can't undo it one-handed. Okay, so next up then, we've got this, which is the British Army Osprey webbing. This was took over from the PLCE in around 2005. Quite a short-lived piece of equipment. Been replaced since by the Virtus webbing. So starting with the yoke then, as before, this yoke here is very thin. It's just thin sort of webbing material. It's quite a good yoke, but no padding whatsoever. Very simple design, and it's designed like that because it's to go underneath your body armour. You don't want a big chunky lumpy yoke underneath your body armour. As you can see, it fixes via these D loops. We've got 4 points there. I do have another PLCE side pouch yoke. I haven't brought it along, which I can put on there if I want to, you know, add the rocket pack on the back of me, the pouches and that sort of thing, off the Bergen. Okay, to look at the pouches then. So starting this end then, first pouch up is a smoke grenade pouch. Pretty good size, handy for your, you know, your chocolate bars, whatever, as I said. And then we got the British Army MOD jungle survival knife in a sheath there. That's not military issue, that's something I purchased, got it off eBay. Does the job though. It's in a MTP camo there. So then, slightly oddly, I've got 4 water bottle pouches. I'll talk about why in a minute, but the first one up is literally 4 water bottle, plus the stainless steel 58 pack cup. The next one up then, that would be my medikit or IFAK. Then we've got that would be in place of a utility, that's like my survival kit, me food, ectomine, things like that, as I said before, water purification and fire kit. The next one then, that is literally a spare water bottle. I like to carry 2 litres of water at all times, but that could be replaced with an entrenching tool if I had one, and I will have one soon. I think having the 4 water bottles across the back, it's quite neat. It all looks pretty neat. I don't like seeing all different sizes of pouches. I know it doesn't matter what it looks like, but I think it looks neat. Plus, like the proper Osprey medikit is it's quite a lot wider than these water bottle pouches. So by using water bottle pouches, I can get more pouches on. And last thing I need to mention actually quickly, and I forgot, this is a molly system, whereas the PLCE was not molly at all. It was fitted differently. So this one's easy to take pouches off and replace them. Mission specific, I suppose they'd call it. PLCE pouches, pain in the butt. You put them on and leave them like that. Anyway, finishing off, that pouch here, that is a sharpshooter pouch that's made for 3 SA80 or M4 magazines. And then finally we've got another smoke grenade pouch. Handy sort of things. Don't carry magazines now, don't need to. And yet again we finish off with the big old Nexus clips there. Nice and easy, like I said before. I'll turn it over and we'll have a look at the other side. So there you go. This is a Molly platform belt. It's padded nicely, got quite a lot of padding in this area right in your lumbar. Yeah, it's really comfortable. I quite like using this. The yoke there being quite a simple thing, it does sort of bite into your shoulders quite a bit when there's a fair bit of weight on. But it's not too bad, surprisingly good. Why webbing? What's the advantages and disadvantages, I suppose? Good thing about using webbing is you can have kit around your waist, easy to get to. Things like your knife, water bottle, your medikit in fact, very important to have that close to hand. The other thing is distribution. If you're carrying a large pack on your back, you don't really want to be having to root through that pack if you're trying to find your kit, things like your medikit. The other thing is water. Allegedly 1 litre of water weighs 1 kilogram. That's quite a lot. If you've got that all in your pack, your Bergen, your patrol pack, whatever you're using, that can add a lot of weight to your shoulders and that. So having it round your waist, first of all, makes it easy to access when you need a drink. It also distributes the weight neater. The other thing, the reason why I use webbing quite a lot is things like recce in wild camps, looking for somewhere new to go. I don't need to carry a huge pack with, you know, like sleeping bags and tents and that in just for a recce. I just need some basic stuff, a knife, first aid, water bottles and that sort of thing. And so webbing does the job. The other thing about it, because it's around your waist, you're not all top heavy like you are with a heavy pack on. With a big heavy Bergen on, you can sort of be tipping back, falling backwards, and on pretty rough ground. That's not very good. So webbing means you can move quickly, you can even run. It's pretty comfortable to wear, and that's what I like about it. I don't use it all the time, but if I was going really far away, right out in the wilderness, you know, 50 miles from civilization, it's a fantastic idea to have webbing, because your pack, your Bergen, whatever you're using, it's going to have your main life support stuff, so your shelter, your insulation, your food and cooking kit. But if you get yourself injured, break an ankle, are you going to be able to carry that 60-pound pack or whatever it weighs? So having the webbing there with a pretty simple survival kit, a bit of a shelter like a poncho, survival bag, stuff like that, means you if you have to, you can dump your main pack and still operate. You've got the safety there of the kit you've got on you, fire kit and water purification and navigation kit, most importantly. So that's a good reason to have your webbing with you, in my opinion. So you do stand out a little bit using webbing. Not many people walk around the countryside with the webbing pouches all around their waist, but I don't really care what they think personally. It's handy for me. You can get them webbing in black and green as well, less military looking if you really want it. Right guys, thank you for watching. That's the end of this one. I'll see you again soon with another kit review or overnighter or something like that, so stay tuned. See you again.